Okay, so Pip, we were just having this conversation with someone, a customer, as a matter of fact, and we said we should really record this because this is a common thing that comes up where people are saying and asking about, I need more energy. How do I get my energy back? How do I keep my energy up through the day? So just let's talk about that. Let's just go back and forth, kind of like we were just doing with that customer, and talk about it. Like, talk about what you were saying with the synergy and things like
Right.
that.
Well, a lot of people throw supplements up against the wall, right? And it's
Mhm.
like, they read about something and they go out and buy it, or they do some research and, maybe try it. But a lot of times they don't put together that things actually work in synergy. And it's not just about a product or two products or three random products that don't work together very well. And I think that's where a lot of the education that we provide comes in, is that we're able to help people understand the body has no fences, and so many things work together that it's not just one magic ingredient. And that's what I think a lot of people are surprised when we have these conversations, is, oh, it's not really that difficult, but it is learning about this.
Well, it's no different than when you and I started 30 plus years ago, embarking on looking for that peak performance in our lifestyle, and to be able to stay on top of our fitness game and stay on
Right.
top of our weight management, and then be able to, as our kids grew older, be able to keep up with them, and now grandkids. I mean, we were always, at the beginning, we were kind of throwing darts at a dartboard too. And
Yeah.
I think that's part of the whole thing, is why we educate so much, is because we don't want people to have to go through the journey we went through in those first couple of years. There's so much information out there. And I think that let's whittle this down. Let's really whittle this down for people so that they can walk away knowing they're going to feel more energetic because they're actually targeting things at a cellular level.
Yeah.
Because just drinking an energy drink, yeah, it's going to give you energy, but what's that doing to you inside? Let's talk about things that are actually going to bring more energy to the body, refresh, revitalize, renew somebody for the day, something very simple where they could start. And I'm going to say one of the things that we were throwing at ourselves years ago was just a supplement, like you said, a supplement of this, a supplement of this. And we didn't know anything better. We were taking, vitamins and minerals and magnesium and all these different things, but we were not taking them in formulations.
Right.
Um, and we didn't realize, I think it's important. Tell our magnesium story because that's
Yeah,
pretty funny.
it is. It's pretty powerful too. Magnesium is needed desperately in the body, and most people are deficient in magnesium, right? So you have everybody knows, or at least they should know, they need magnesium, but it's a difficult mineral to absorb and uptake. So you can take magnesium pills, but that doesn't mean you're getting the benefit of the magnesium in your body at all. And so years ago, we were introduced to a magnesium spray. And the reason for that is the skin actually is an absorber of this magnesium spray. So it sounded like a good idea, and it probably absorbed a lot more magnesium than the pills that were available at the time. The problem was when you sprayed it on, or when I sprayed it on, I basically became flypaper because it was sticky, and it absorbed eventually, but it was a little nasty putting it on because it was this sticky spray that eventually went into the skin. But then, we learned about, or we actually introduced the isotonics magnesium, and that's magnesium in an isotonically delivered um, liquid. It starts out as a powder, but you add it to a certain amount of water, it becomes isotonic, meaning the same body pressure as your body fluids, your blood, sweat, and tears, and you drink it. Well, now we know that gets absorbed at 90 to 95%. as opposed to a pill, which you might get 5 to 20% maybe, or a spray that makes you human flypaper. So the isotonics magnesium was a game changer for us because we were already supplementing with magnesium, but this just made it easier. And we were able to add magnesium to our normal isotonics regimen and just add it in.
You're right. And I just want to say this, like I was always taught magnesium is think of it as the electrician. So when you have a house bill and you have to have all the electrical stuff put in and everything has to be wired correctly. So it's like the electrician. It's going to be working on, if you guys can go back to science class, and we'll keep this simple, but everybody probably remembers in high school learning about ATP. It's the energy production that the body makes. It's created in our cells. It's
Right.
created in the mitochondria. So the mitochondria inside, that's the powerhouse of the body. It's like the electrical circuit to the brain, to your neurotransmitters, to everything that's firing to make everything happen. So we talk about energy, but also part of energy is getting the correct sleep so that you'll have the energy. And so many people have such a hard time getting their brain to shut off at night and sleeping. And this magnesium's been found to support good sleep habits and also to support the energy production inside the body.
Right.
So it has a lot to do with both sides. And I love it for that because, again, it doesn't work alone. Magnesium, will it do something for someone? Yeah, probably. But the thing is, we still need other nutrients in the body. We can't go without getting good vitamins. We can't out supplement a bad diet.
Right.
It's important to eat well as well. But I'm going to just say a couple things in terms of magnesium. I'm looking at some notes here because I just want to say this. The recommended daily value of magnesium is 400 milligrams, but over 50% of adults fall short of that. So, and here's the other thing. How many people are taking magnesium supplements, but they're just not getting that magnesium? And that was, I feel like that was me back in the day. And so it's critical to get this into our body so that our brain and our muscles and our nervous system and everything can connect and do what it's supposed to do. And it also helps with a good response to glucose and insulin. So from a weight management standpoint or a blood sugar standpoint, it's very instrumental in that as well. I mean, magnesium has so many firing,
Yep.
it just fires on so many different levels.
Right.
So that makes me think of then, I want to bring up another one because again, I want to talk about a bundle that I feel is an easy place for people to start to really get that energy back that they're looking for. And when we talk about ATP and the cellular energy, I know you and I for a while knew about red light therapy,
Mhm.
infrared light therapy, things like this. And we had looked into that and we actually danced with that at times. And we now have a red light therapy
Yep.
system for ourselves. But most people don't have that availability to them to be able to purchase that or do that every day. It's a little bit more time consuming. And so sometimes supplementation can just fill the gaps. And actually, in our case, we use both. We use supplementation and red light therapy. But red light therapy has been shown to actually be a powerhouse to that ATP as well, to that inside the mitochondria, the cells. And what I find interesting is that NAD, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce what that stands for, but NAD is a coenzyme. And it actually supports the NAD production or the energy production within that mitochondria. Can you just talk about what's happened for us since we added NAD to our lifestyle?
Well, we added it a few months ago and we work out daily. I'm 62. You are just about to turn 61. People are surprised when they find out our age when they meet us. We're energetic, we're healthy, we play with our grandkids. We were just this past weekend, we went to Playland where we were literally crawling around, going down slides, and we were indoors in this little kind of like a gym area where there's all kinds of different tunnels and slides, and And we were there with 2 and almost 5-year-old who have a lot of energy. And we were keeping up. We were doing well. We were keeping up with the younger parents. I didn't see any other grandparents running around and playing in that area. And, we both work out. We go to the gym every day. We're lifting, we're doing cardio, we're walking 5 miles. On other days, we alternate. Our lifestyle has always been to be active, and it's nice to be at this age and find something that supports our active lifestyle. And it's not about not aging. We all want to age because it's better than the alternative. We just want to age gracefully and not be horizontal. It's about staying vertical for as long as possible and active.
Well, and I think also that so many people, one of the challenges we see when we talk to people is that they have what I consider an NAD depleting lifestyle. They're actually depleting the NAD. NAD is made in the body, but it starts to deplete as we have this depleting lifestyle of not getting the right sleep, not having the right wakeful periods and the right amount of sleep, not eating the right diet, maybe drinking, maybe smoking, whatever it is, all these different things. It could be environmental factors that we're all exposed to. We're dealing with an NAD depleting lifestyle. And if we don't replenish that NAD, which used to be very expensive, it was only available to the most elite to be able to afford it.
Right.
And I love that now we have truly found an NAD supplement that we feel is a part of really bringing that energetic, fun activity lifestyle back to play. I can just say honestly, I mean, after 2 months of being on this NAD supplement, I honestly didn't think it was doing anything until I went off of it. And when I went off of it, and I only went off of it because we went away for a week and I didn't know that I didn't have enough packed. And I was off of it for like 5 days, started dragging a little bit, didn't even realize why. It didn't even hit me until I got home and said to you after 2 days back on it, I was like feeling like, oh my gosh, my energy is like it's just off the roof. Like, I just really felt it. And it's made such a major difference in my energy pattern.
Right.
So regardless of, go ahead.
Regardless of what age you are too. It's not just for people 60 and above. This is something that you can start taking much, much earlier. And again, hopefully delaying the effects of aging, not the actual aging itself.
Right. Well, Harvard Medical School and Time Magazine have touted NAD as the closest we could get to the fountain of youth. And isn't that, like you said, it's not that we're not looking to age. I mean, part of the nice thing of aging is you get a little wisdom as you age. But the thing is, we do want that youthful, feel good, being able to get around and do the fun things that we want to do with our kids and our grandkids. And I could tell you, like at Playland, there were parents sitting there that couldn't do what we were doing.
Right.
And that it doesn't need to be that way. So I always say this, we do want to just say this, all the things that we are saying, all these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. We're not here to cure, prevent, or diagnose any disease or illnesses. We are simply sharing information and education that we've gotten along the way that has helped us personally and helped us help and bless many other customers. And just like you may be watching this and you get your own result with something good, you want to bless other people with that information, with other things. So we're always saying it's paying it forward. We're blessing others. So Pip, I want to talk finally about the third component of this bundle that we've been just finding is really helping people. And this is a product that you and I have been taking literally for 28, almost 29 years.
Yeah. OPC3, it's oligomeric proanthocyanidins. And, at what we believe is if you breathe, you need to take this. And, it's an antihistamine, it's an anti-inflammatory. It comes from the French maritime pine bark trees in France. And it's amazing. It's it kind of goes along with the NAD because it keeps everything working properly. I mean, it promotes healthy nitric oxide. It promotes cleaning the blood and healthy blood flow to the brain and to everywhere else that you need blood flow. So it helps support healthy levels of oxygen. All these things that, again, they affect aging if you don't do it properly. But if you're taking a free radical, something that cleans up free radicals, like an OPC, it eliminates some of the signs of aging. And it's just, again, it's synergistic.
Well, it is. And so that brings us to what we wanted to talk to you about is core three health, because we're having this conversation on the daily at this point. People are looking for a one-shot approach, and there isn't just a one-shot magic pill, you guys. It is lifestyle, but if you can fill the gaps to be able to increase the energy and get the balance of sleep versus wakefulness going, then I always find that people are able to take better care of their diet needs during the day and actually make better choices. And so Core 3 Health is designed that it's really to restore in the morning by taking 1 cap of that OPC that Pip just talked about and 1 cap of the magnesium. And that, so we're going to go through these just to highlight them one more time for you. But then step 2 would be to rebuild your body at midday. So you start taking the NAD plus like late morning before your lunch. And that's the one that's to turn back the clock, to fight the aging, stay energized throughout the day. And then at night, you reset. You reset by taking a 2nd capful of magnesium, 1 more capful, so that you can drift right into that deep night sleep and get quality rest. Yes, it's so important. So Pip just said, Isotonics OPC3, it is the world's most powerful antioxidant. I do believe, just like he does, that everyone that's breathing should be taking this. We have seen tremendous results in thousands and thousands of people over the last 27, 28 years of being able to bless others with this product. It truly restores the body. It is a superpower of oxygen and blood flow. And quite honestly, you guys, if we don't have oxygen to the brain, that's when we are gone. That's when we are flat and there is nothing left. So if you want life and vitality, you need to keep oxygen flowing through the body and flowing to the brain so that all of those neurotransmitters and everything else are going to fall into place beautifully. That brings us then to the NAD, prime NAD, that rebuilds. And that's the one you take right before lunch, late morning, because it's going to bring that energy back into the body. It's going to get those mitochondria firing again. And I love that. I'm a science geek, not everyone is, but I love that because anything that we can do that's natural to get back to that feeling of youthfulness or keep that feeling of youthfulness is what we want. We don't want things that are synthetic and things that are not good for us. This is actually feeding the body because it's what the body actually should be making. But again, we have a decline in it because of the fact that we have, we're not nutritionally efficient with what we're getting in our foods. And then the magnesium is resetting the body. We talked about at the beginning, it is the most influential mineral for your body. So not only does it amplify the NAD anti-aging effects, but it's going to help with sleep. It's going to help you wake up refreshed. It's going to help that ATP production be able to give you that energy. And what I love about it is we actually have a referral program. So as a new customer, when you purchase this kit or this bundle, you can purchase this bundle. It's showing it here with a small OPC. I recommend the bundle that actually has the large OPC because OPC is actually beneficial by loading it into the body based on body weight and on symptoms. And so most often, most people will take 2 or 3 doses of OPC per day for at least the first 10 days or until symptoms begin to change and then decrease that to where you feel comfortable. I can tell you personally, with everything that I had going on, I always just find that 2 doses of OPC is like my magic pill, if you might, even though it's not a pill. You're mixing the magnesium and OPC with water and drinking them, and it's a tasty, delicious drink first thing in the morning that's going to energize you and feed you throughout the day. When you purchase that, you're going to get a unique URL that you can then share with your friends to bless other people. And every time you bless someone, you're earning $25 or $30 back from your unique link. And that is true hard cash that you can then use towards purchasing your future products, or you can get that cash directly in your pocket, or you can continue to bless more people and join us in doing that, and just ask us how we can do that. So I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. Thanks, Pip. I just felt like we had to jump on here after
Yeah,
having that conversation for like the 50th time in the last week.
absolutely.
So have a good night, everybody. Have a good day, good week, whatever it is for you. Your body is talking. Are you listening to it? Would you like to feel like a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10? Where are you feeling today? And what is missing from your body? We are here to help you. We are here to educate. Just ask us for more information. You can always find us at losesicknessfindwellness.com. This podcast will be there. And if you find us on YouTube, just visit that website and you'll see all of our other podcasts right there with it.